Welcome to Construction Financial Management Association's Chat with the Chairman. I'm your host, CFMA Chairman Kevin Booth, and I'm pleased to be joined today by Chairman and CEO of Sage Policy Group and CFMA's Chief Economic Advisor, Anirban Basu. Thanks for stopping by to chat with me today.
Privileged to be with you today, Kevin.
Thank you. So during our recent virtual conference, CFMA's virtual conference, you discussed COVID-19's impact on the economy. Do you see any winners and losers within the construction industry during this economy?
Yeah, big winners, big losers. That's true economy-wide, right? E-commerce is a big winner, brick and mortar, bit of a loser, and that has implications for construction as well. So let's talk about the winners first. I mean, the e-commerce economy got a big boost here, so you got to think fulfillment centers and data centers, which are the foundational underpinnings of the e-commerce economy, are big winners from a construction perspective. A lot of need to find repositories for data. So that's data centers, and obviously Amazon and other online retailers have gotten a big push forward. So that's fulfillment centers. Healthcare, I think we've discovered and are continuing to discover that our healthcare apparatus, our hospitals in particular, our inpatient medical centers lack sufficient ICU beds, ventilators, so on and so forth. And it takes space to house that kind of equipment. You're going to see a big winner in manufacturing. A lot of reshoring of production back to the United States and North America generally. Part of that is because of the ratification of the USMCA, the US-Mexico-Canada Trade Agreement last year, which creates greater incentives for global CEOs to put more of their production in North America to benefit from favorable tariff treatment. But part of this is because CEOs are tired of having their supply chains interrupted by various things, and they're going to bring some of that supply chain back home. So I would say industrial facilities, major beneficiary from this over the course of time. Some of the obvious losers: lodging, that's hotel room construction; office space, meaning construction of new office space, Class A and Class A plus. However, Class B office space may have a renaissance here. For years, Class B space owners of those kinds of buildings, older buildings, have been losing market share to owners of newer buildings. The rich have gotten richer. But now, with many companies looking to cut back on lease payments, deciding how much space they actually need, so on and so forth, they're going to be looking toward rehabilitated Class B buildings, places with new air conditioning systems or air handling systems generally, places with partitions in the public restrooms that go all the way to the floor, places that don't have hand dryers that blow air all over the place because that can spread virus, but instead have old-fashioned paper towel dispensers. Yeah, sometimes old is new. And so those are some of the winners and some of the losers.
Yeah, fascinating. Well, I'm going to make a hard left turn here with our interview today. You covered a lot of the economy, as I mentioned during our recent virtual conference. I think one of the things that CFMA members want to know is a little bit more about you. I know you're a father of 2 daughters. I am as well. It's one of my favorite topics. So tell us a little bit about your daughters and your family.
Yeah, the older one is 21 in college at the University of Pennsylvania. She's a Wharton student, presumably going into business, but seems to be more interested in having a full-time boyfriend than anything else right now. And then the younger one is just spending her time in her bedroom these days during this quarantine or semi-quarantining, trying to create a six-pack for herself, and that's what she's focused on. I'd rather she studied French or Spanish or something like that, but they're daughters, they're going to do what they're going to do. And if you try to say something, they snap at you. So I'd rather be loved and effective as a father. So that's about it. Wife, 24 years, and the same gal, really lovely gal, and live in Baltimore, Maryland. Love this town despite all of its challenges. And so that's about it.
Yeah.
Big Orioles fan, so I'm a sufferer.
Yeah, you're kind of an unofficial mayor of Baltimore. You're such a popular figure there.
I like it here very much. I was comfortable right from the get-go. When I moved to Baltimore in 1992, I moved into an apartment in Fells Point, lovely waterfront neighborhood here in Baltimore. And then I went to get a hamburger at a perfectly awful dive, just a dreadful place, but the best hamburger I've ever had. And the first thing that a Baltimorean said to me after I moved in was, "Do you want fried onions with that hun?" And I said, I'm home. This is it for me. And I have not looked back.
That sounds great. Well, speaking of Oreos, I know that you are a huge sports fan, a huge international sports fan. You enjoy English football, Indian cricket, American baseball. So what's your favorite sport and sport team?
I think it's the Baltimore Ravens. I mean, any team that's named after a Edgar Allan Poe poem, that works for me. Super Bowl's 35 and 47 champions, and so I think the Ravens are it. You know, I bleed purple all over the place. I have a room in my house, not this one, dedicated to the Ravens. It's all purple, you know, Ravens rug and so on and so forth. And I bleed purple. But
Wow.
during spring training and I guess, you know, regular season, maybe a bit of orange as well.
Yeah, great. Hopefully we have a season here pretty soon that we can enjoy.
Yes, I'm
I would
tired of
be
watching highlights of the 2014 NCAA tournament.
yes, yes, true. Or a Korean baseball league is really popular right now. Yes. I would be remiss. I'm noticing right now the chair that you're sitting in. So many CFMA members commented during our virtual call. Oh, there it is. That's it. They wanted to see it. We got a lot of questions about Anirban's chair. So, is the chair for comfort? Are you a gamer, or is it just for style?
I'm a bit of a gamer. Big into Madden 18. I've really mastered that game, and so yes, I do that. This actually has seat belts on it, you know, and I can belt in. But I don't know if anyone's been on my webinars. They know I get pretty excited during webinars, and sometimes it could just be buckled in when I'm just doing my job.
Safety first.
100%.
That's a good idea. Well, Anirban, thank you so much for stopping by to see us today. I know you've got a busy schedule. You are on numerous boards of nonprofits, for-profits, government agencies, quasi-government agencies. You make Ryan Seacrest look like a slacker. And CFMA members always love to hear you speak. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure we could just have you read the CFMA membership roster for 3 hours and people would tune in to hear that. So for all of you watching right now in the comment section below, let us know what you would tune in to hear Anirban recite, perhaps sections of the Internal Revenue Code or terms and conditions of Apple iOS, for example. And while you're there,
big fan of the federal rules of evidence. So happy
yes.
to.
Oh, yes, that's right. That's right. Yes, that would be a great one. We'll have to do a whole segment on that. Well, while you're here, make sure you subscribe to CFMA's YouTube channel. And if you like this video, hit the like button. Be sure and tune in next month when I'll be chatting with Chair of the Institute of Certified Construction Industry Financial Professionals, Gretchen Kelly. Until then, stay safe, everyone.